Down in the Den, so go tell a friend. The best podcast on earth is about to begin. We got jokes and news and movie reviews. After Dark NC-17 with the crew. Interviews with the best artists around. So like, comment, subscribe. The show's starting right now. Let's go. Like, comment, subscribe. The show's starting right now. Welcome to Down in the Den. It's your boy Marz, and welcome to the best platform for creatives and artists all across the globe. And sharing their story with us to the friends of the Den, I have an amazing hard rock band from right here on my side of the town, the DMV. Welcome, Crashing Atlas. Guys,
thank you.
How are you doing? Welcome to the Den.
Good.
How you doing? What's up?
Thanks for having us, man.
Awesome. You're more than welcome, and thank you so much for carving out some time. Before we even get into it, how has 22 been treating you? I've been watching you guys progress. You've been doing your thing. How's 22 been treating you?
The best year.
Yeah, a lot better than 2020.
Nowhere to go but up.
I don't even have to know about 2020 to say you're absolutely right. So we begin every single interview the same. We always do our origin story to see where you guys started. But before we do that, please, let's go down the lane. Tell everyone your names and introduce yourself.
Hey guys, I'm Dougie.
My name's Marina. I sing.
I'm Nick. I play guitar. I'm Paul, and I play drums.
Awesome. So let's get right into it. I'm a big geek. You can probably tell from the background and, just my general face. I'm a big geek. I love superheroes, comic books, and one thing that's always in every single superhero, every villain, every superhero, they all have their origin story. So what's your origin story? How do you guys come together as a unit? I
think that's up to Doug to tell that story.
Oh boy. Yeah, so all of us have, we came from different bands within the DMV. Crashing Atlas started in late 2016, and we just kind of formed between different groups throughout the area. And the funny thing is, so before Marina joined the band, her old band opened up for Crashing Atlas's EP release show. And then Nick and Paul played in a band that I previously played in. So they basically replaced me in the band. And so
we're somewhat of like a super group in some ways.
We don't have any superpowers.
No superpowers,
no
but
superpowers yet.
Definitely just like a big hey, I think we're like the most trustworthy, the best of the area.
And like any superhero, you combine sugar, spice, everything nice, and you get us. You
get the Powerpuff Girls.
The Powerpuff Girls.
So let me correct you. Rocking out is a superpower. There's a couple of Avengers that can do that. So that's awesome. You're like the Rock Avengers. I love that.
I like that. I want to be Captain America.
Can I be the Iron Man?
Sure, why not? He didn't end up so well. Spoiler alert.
I was going to say Paul's Hawkeye. I was thinking Thor with this hairdo,
Yeah, Paul looks like he shoots arrows.
There you go.
The Hulk?
That gets me
how Hawkeye got his invite to that whole thing. You're like, hey, I'm an archer. Like,
no, if anything, Doug is Iron Man and I'm Black Widow. So
yeah, because I'm the biggest philanthropist out of the band, obviously. So
Paul shoots.
You have the red hair. So there you go. So last year you dropped your debut, Black Sky Sunrise. I checked it out. It's phenomenal. Walk me through the creation of that project. You guys have been together since 2016 in the current format. How was it releasing this phenomenal project?
So it was a pretty interesting kind of time where we started writing it right after, I want to say, when kind of COVID lockdown started. And I will say the silver lining of the horrific stuff that's happened with COVID was we kind of were able to take a step back and all kind of realize how lucky we were to have each other, and we had no other distractions, so we were able to kind of start writing, which was great. And I think the writing process kind of started with me and Doug. Just we both do a lot of recording and engineering, so we kind of started with demo ideas back and forth, and that eventually evolved into the album as a whole. But it was definitely a lot of making the best out of a bad situation with what we were going through with COVID at the time, which was definitely a struggle. And thankfully with how technology is advanced, with especially recording and collaborating it with things like Zoom or whatever it was, it made it a lot easier for us all to share ideas back and forth. And even though we couldn't be in the same room all together, because of the lockdown and the restrictions, we were able to kind of do the next best thing, and still kind of it felt like we were there in person, even though we weren't.
Yeah, because I was living out in Chicago at the time. Because when the pandemic hit, I was kind of like, well, we're not playing shows or nothing, so I'm gonna go spend some time with some family and see where that goes. And I thought, I was only going to be there for 2 months. Turned out I was there for a whole year. And being there, it was, being away from everybody in the band, it was super depressing. And like, along with the fact that, the world was burning down around us. And the only like saving grace that I had, like every night, what I look forward to was like my Zoom calls with Nick, with Marina, with Paul, and like getting that, getting that energy out, and just, yeah.
It wasn't just songwriting either. Like all of us used to like just like FaceTime each other and like just chit chat and be like, man, like how's life? What's going on? Like, what are you going through? What are you Nick just threw his watch across the room.
Started talking.
It was like, hey, like I was hitting up Doug all the time because he and I were like stuck at home, and we were just like, man, like shit sucks, right? And like somehow like, it was really hard for us to write music before the whole pandemic gave us time to do so. And at that, in that really crappy period of time in the world, it was like a very like almost needed and necessary break for us to stop and like look at each other and be like, hey, like we need to fucking make some music, And
it gave us a lot to kind of think about, all the events going on in the world. Kind of was really great fuel for writing a record that, for Black Sky Sunrise. So I think that definitely contributed to the just the feel of the record, the feelings of like isolation and being separated from people and division and everything, just like
stress
that.
In general.
Stress in general.
So important to have that outlet, and that's a reoccurring thing. We interview a lot of artists, and I hear it over and over again. During this pandemic, I was forced to slow down. I was forced to get off the road. I was forced to do this, and it really spiked creativity. So there's a silver lining in everything, and I'm so happy that you guys were able to connect like Voltron and make this phenomenal project.
I'm the head of Voltron.
No, you're not.
I was the head. No.
Okay, if you're the head, I'm the boobs.
Paul's the biceps. Dirty Dan.
Yeah.
Doug's
Does Voltron have boobs? I don't think Voltron has.
Voltron has boobs, okay?
Voltron a girl all this time?
Don't be misogynistic, okay, bro?
Hey, I like boobs just like everybody else. So.
Everyone loves a good boob, okay?
Right. Everyone does, absolutely.
And that's why I'm the boobs. Because everybody likes me. I'm kidding.
No, the world is opening back up, thank God. And it's rock music. I love rock music. I grew up 90s baby during the grunge era, and I just love rock. But it's something to me to really, really, really appreciate. It has to be live. And I understand you guys have a placing at the Rock Fest in July, which is going to be extremely exciting. Tell me about that opportunity and how that came about.
We actually played Rockfest in 2018.
Funny story.
Yeah, and it was actually Marina's first show with the band. Crazy enough.
Trial by fire.
Yeah, it really was. It was because I said before, she her band previously opened up for our band, and right when I saw her perform, I was like, man, I want to be in a band with her one day. And so I kept that in the back of my mind. And when we needed someone for this gig, I called her up, and she no hesitation. She's like, yep, I'll do that. Yeah.
Well, because why would I say no? Yeah. You're like, hey, do you want to open up for Hailstorm? I'm like,
Yeah. So and that was a really exciting time for the band because
super fun.
Yeah.
And something cool about playing it, because it's out in Cadott, Wisconsin. I feel like people out in the Midwest, especially like the rock fans out there, are so like diehard and dedicated and
really nice.
Right when we got like done with that show, we're like, these are like some of the nicest people we've ever met. Just random people like, oh, I want to come hang out at our camp after, and
I'm
lots
excited,
of people want to take photos. It was like a really nice just attitude there, and big shout out to all anyone listening that knows us, that's seen us at Rockfest before, is going to see us. Like, you guys are awesome.
I'm excited to go back to Rockfest and actually like be a part of the band, because at the time that I played Rockfest with Crashing Atlas, like I was kind of filling in like at a last minute emergency effort to make sure that the show went on okay. And now I'm like, okay, we've been working together for a long time. It's almost a full circle moment. So I'm really, really excited for the show.
I mean, Mudvayne was begging for us to come.
Mudvayne was begging for us. Mudvayne is Paul's favorite band, and we were like, we got Rockfest for like basically opening for Mudvayne. Like, did you shit your pants pants or did you not shit your pants?
Shut my pants a little bit.
You shit his pants a little bit.
They don't call me Dirty Dan for nothing.
He's Dirty Dan.
He's the diaper of Voltron.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, and I mean, I might be biased because I mean, we this will be our second time playing it, but to me, it's one of the best rock fests, you know, in
Absolutely.
yeah, it's one of the best rock festivals in
Lineup
the country.
is insane.
It totally is. They always
The
always
fans
do a
are so
wonderful job of
hardcore.
putting it together,
And they're
awesome
really
lineup.
good about like safety, security, like making sure that everything goes off without a hitch. Like it's one of the best like festivals of the year, in my opinion.
That's so important. That's so important. We all know that with festivals starting up again, you know, people's safety and health is always key. So I'm excited to see what you guys do out there and how hard you rock it, because I know you're going to tear it down. Now, you guys are living a dream. And to me, if you're doing what you want and what you love and you're able to make a living, you've already lived the dream. And so you're making incredible music. You have tour, you have the concert. What else do you have planned for the remainder of 22? Give us a scoop. What goals do you have that you still?
I'm trying to beat Elden Ring right now. Just dropped. I'm a huge video game. I'm just kidding.
Well, it's an awesome game. I've already broken
Awesome
the controller,
game.
but awesome game. I got my controller right here, as you can see. So
Yeah, essentially, I mean, the goals are just we're going to be taking as many shows as we possibly can, because that's our number one thing right now.
It was the big missing link of the last few years.
Yeah, totally. And just getting to play Black Sky Sunrise for as many people as we possibly can, and
write some new tunes.
Yeah, along the way, we're going to be writing some new music. So you know, expect some new music out of us by the summer.
Hey man, come out and see us, and Nick will buy you a water.
He will. He'll buy you a free water.
All the water.
hey, free, paid for. I love a good quality H2O.
One of the perks of being a band playing.
It's
all the
all
water you can drink.
H2O. H2O.
You know.
I like a little vodka in my H2O, but still, I love a good water.
We're that band.
Oh yeah.
After we're done playing our set, we're definitely going to be hanging out. And I will say one of the coolest things about Rockfest when we played in 2018 was it was obviously incredible being able to play our music in front of like so many new fans and fresh faces, but being able to see like a lot of artists that we look up to and that inspired us to get into music and kind of see how they do it and get to talk to them a bit was like, it's kind of hard not being starstruck when you're there and you're seeing like,
I
like
saw Lizzie Hale walking by and I was like, girl.
Yeah, walking by and being like, "Hey,
Bush was walking by.
What up, Gavin Rossdale?" Like, I mean, it's definitely an experience for sure.
Weird.
Very humbling.
Yeah, it is humbling.
I was sitting here, I wasn't even in Crashing Atlas, and I was like, Lizzie Hale was walking by, and I'm like, what did I do to get here? Like, it was so exciting. So that's why it feels very full circle. I can't wait for us to go. And like for me and Paul, like, you know, we weren't in Crashing Atlas at the time, and like we're going to be able to be a part of Rockfest as official members, and like with the record that we wrote, all four of us, and it's going to be really, really fun and awesome.
Very special.
That is so dope. So guys, it's been a pleasure getting to know you, learning about your story, how you came together like Voltron is super awesome. But I can't let you guys go just yet. Here in the Den, it's a tradition that we play a little game. And I know it sounds real jigsaw, but don't worry. You don't have to worry about being tied to anything. The game that we play is a rapid fire question game. It's brought to you by the good folks at Poddex. Podcasters, if you're tired of using the same boring questions, get Poddex and use the code D.E.N, THEDEN, and get 10% off of your order. So, guys, are you ready? Each one of you are going to get a random generated Poddex question. Who wants to go first?
We're going to go, I guess, this way.
Let's go down. Yeah.
All right.
Down the line. Okay. All right. Here we go. Question 1. You could book your ultimate music festival. Who would your 3 headliners be?
Personally, do they still have to be active?
No, we could. Hey,
we're playing fantasy.
It's
fantasy. Go all the way. Let's get some zombies. I'm ready.
I mean, I'm gonna go all over the map because that's where I am in rock music. I'm all over the map. But for me, I'm gonna go first one. The reason that I picked up a guitar is Slash. So Guns N' Roses, obviously, it's happening. Number 2, the reason that I decided to start writing songs, Ben Burnley, Breaking Benjamin, it's happening. And then number 3,
It's happening.
yeah, it's happening.
It's happening.
Yeah, and then,
Confirmed.
Yeah, and then number 3, I mean, at my core in my high school days, I was an emo kid, and Silverstein is what got me into just emo music in general. So,
Look it, it's happening.
It's
Yeah.
happening. This festival, Doug approved.
Yep, Guns
Doug
N' Roses,
Fest.
Breaking Bad,
Doug Fest
Doug Fest. Doug Fest 2023.
How could that not be good? Yeah.
That's a hell of a tagline. Doug.
Can we play?
Can Crashing Atlas play?
Totally.
Totally.
Come on, come on in, guys.
We can open for the openers.
Great answer. Great answer. All right. Who's next? All right. Here's your question. Question 2. If you don't know, now you know. What sparks your creativity makes the wheels in your head start turning? What's that one thing that sparks your creativity?
Cheese.
Oh, what's the one? Cheese. No, no, I guess just like life experience and relationships in general. Like I think with Black Sky Sunrise, it was weird because I had been coming out of a really crappy breakup and like COVID was going on and like nobody could work. We could not, all of us are extroverted, right? Like we were all like bummed out. And especially in rock music, like, you know, nobody wants to hear the same thing over and over again. And sometimes in writing, it's a little easy to fall into those lanes where you write the same thing a lot because you're just feeling it, right? But I think the best songs off the album came from all of us talking and all of us having conversations and meeting up and being like, hey man, this is how this is affecting me. And my own emotions obviously inspire me, but like when it comes to people I care about and they tell me what they're going through, like it makes it a lot easier to write to a broader perspective. So yeah, I would say like relationships and personal experience.
Excellent. Good answer. All right. We're warming up. Number 3.
We get to Paul.
I'll do number 3. Lucky
All right.
3.
Here we go. If you could sit, this is a good one. If you can sit in on any recording session throughout history, which session would you choose? Any album, any recording session, any artist, alive or dead, who would you choose?
Man, you know what? I'd be really interested to see how like an artist like Prince worked in the studio because he's a multi-instrumentalist, and for me as someone that likes playing multiple instruments, seeing his approach to songs and songwriting, like yeah, he's a great guitar player, but I know he plays a lot of instruments, and you know he sings bass, he does a lot of everything. I think it'd be really inspiring to see someone who I look up to as a writer that doesn't box himself in as saying I'm just a guitar player or I'm just a bassist or a singer. See how they approach the songwriting process. That would be pretty mind opening to me, and I think just the fact that he's fantastic at all, you know, so many things would be pretty cool. So I'd probably say Prince would be a great artist.
I want to jump in, Nick, because I don't want to discredit this man's right here, Nick Giambruno, because he's not a single instrumentalist. He started in CA as the bass player. He's now the lead guitar player, and he helps across the board, like audio engineering dude, like, you know, you're all over the place.
I respect like the people that are like that try and can do whatever, because I think music is one of those things that's like you approach it as a songwriter as opposed to just an instrumentalist or a guitar player or anything. I think that's
Nick's not just a guitar player. Like he's a big like.
I can tickle the ivories.
You're definitely like a big like the spine of the band.
Nick pushes start on his keyboard and then lets the music.
I'm also the head of Voltron.
That's
so
true. That's true.
Great. And if Voltron was an artist recording, I'd sit in with Voltron just to see how he assembles.
He's also Italian, so like.
And I'm Italian.
That's a lot of wins.
That helps.
Yeah, with those hands.
I have some paisans in my family, so
it's a spicy meatball.
This is spicy.
Spicy meatball.
Mario.
Yeah.
All right, what we've all been waiting for. It's Paul's turn. Paul.
All right.
Show us why we're so famous.
Here we go. Here's your question. I got a good one. Number 4. If you were to write a record outside of the genre that you are known for, which genre would you choose?
Just for Nick, big band jazz.
Yeah.
Or honestly, like probably some sort of like pop punk thing.
Weird.
Yeah, I could see you.
Cosmic.
Yeah.
So like, you know, not too far off from the current genre, but like Or jazz, just for Nick. I want to write a record.
I feel like you would totally do a jazz.
Yeah.
I want
record.
to write a big but big band jazz, not the kind where you have like a smooth guy singing in front of like a piano.
No,
player.
no,
Yeah,
no.
I want like
not
40
Michael,
instrument.
not
I want,
Michael
like, 40
Bublé jazz. Like
Yeah,
it's
I
like
want-
jazz.
It sounds Michael Bubble.
Yeah. I want like the Buddy Rich big band style thing.
Yeah.
But
I
like
like that.
a little more intense, a little more metal than that.
Hey, what was it? Squirrel Nut Zippers? They kind of had the big band sound. I could see it happen. It could happen. It could make a comeback. Awesome. So now I have one for all of you. So you all can take the shot. This is the final
Okay.
question on the game. So you all can take a shot.
We're gonna like huddle in for our answer, like
Right.
those old Nickelodeon
Yep, yep.
game shows,
You can dive in. All right.
Family Feud style.
Good answer. Good. What I always say. Good answer.
Your shoe.
Good answer. Yeah.
What size shoe would you choose?
All right, here it is. The final question. Is there a band or an artist that you think is so good that when you listen to them, it almost makes you want to give up making music? Like, you know what?
I'll say mine right now, and it for me, it's nothing more. It's
really
nothing
good.
more, and just their, and I almost feel remiss that I didn't say them for festival headliner, because I would put them there too. But anytime that people see these guys live and just understand like not only like their live setup and how they do it,
The showmanship.
the showmanship. I mean, Johnny Hawkins, Johnny's one of the best frontmen in the
I don't even
scene.
think he owns a shirt, to be honest.
No, he doesn't, or shoes.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
wear one if I looked like him.
But the top to bottom best instrumentalists for me in a band. I mean, they're on like you listen to it and you're like, what are we doing? Like, yeah, we gotta practice.
I love those moments though. When you think you got it under control and someone kind of shakes your world, that makes you feel alive. I love that. All right, who's next? Who else has a band?
So everybody that knows me knows this. Everybody that has ever heard me talk about music knows this. My Chemical Romance is the greatest band of all time, in my opinion. They are like the reason why I ever even started doing rock music. Like, I was always interested in music, but when I saw them and like, I just heard their like insanely creative take on music and the way that they just break boundaries and they like get overly theatrical and like there's just so much passion and emotion in everything they do. And like, I don't know, whenever I heard their music, it was like one of those I have to do what they're doing type things, even though I could never match up to it. I might as well quit because it's never going to be that good. But at the same time, I was like, I need to try.
Shout out to the Way Brothers, and I love the Umbrella Academy too. Those guys are incredible. All right, who's up next?
It's a little bit of a, they're not as big as those bands, but like a band that really inspired me personally is a band called Coheed and Cambria. And they're like
They're pretty big.
They're pretty huge.
The way they can kind of weave stories into their songwriting, and you know, all the instrumentalists are like at the top of their game, and how they can write a song that is like 8 or 9 minutes long and still be captivating the entire time. I think it's something special where every song kind of feels like it's a journey somewhere. I think that's incredible, and being able to kind of like captivate an audience and kind of tell that story is kind of mind blowing to me. And every time I listen to them, I'm like, maybe it's something in the water up where they're at or something. I don't know what it is, but they really got it going on, and their new album, all the singles so far have been fantastic as well. So they're definitely a band that when I'm feeling like, if I'm ever feeling like a little too cocky in my writing or something, I'll listen to them, and it's like a little slice of humble pie. So Coheed and Cambria is definitely like top of my list.
Awesome.
And our most famous person in the room,
The Diaper of Ultron.
What's my answer, guys?
Dream Theater.
Dream Theater.
Yeah, they're just absolutely nuts. If you want like a quick example, like go on YouTube after this, look up something like Mike Portnoy counts Dance of Eternity, and you'll see him count the song out, and you'll just want to give up. You'll never want to do math again.
Yeah, but is it as good as my chem?
Yeah, yeah, it is.
I like that. Yeah.
Less eyeliner, but more
Yeah.
less eyeliner, but more notes they play.
Yeah.
You know.
I love the confidence of yeah, it is absolutely.
You damn right.
It was almost like I'm a little insulted that you said that, but yeah, it is. I love it.
Because you love a good my chem, don't you, bro?
It's like my
Absolutely. So you
I
guys,
love them.
Yeah,
Everyone, we're gonna actually play like a my chem, like what is it, like
It's just like a tribute.
It's a My Chemical show. It's a
Yeah.
tribute set. It's a tribute set. We're gonna play a few My Chemical Romance songs, which is like the dream, the height of my career. Not really.
That's gonna go viral. It's gonna be
I'm
good.
super excited. We have to get it filmed.
Yeah.
It's gonna be really fun. I'm really excited.
We got to get it learned.
We also have to learn the songs.
Yeah.
I'm scared for you guys specifically. The drum, or not the drums and the vocals, I think we got it, but like the guitar in My Chem is no easy feat.
It's really not.
It's not.
I give it up to both those guitar players.
They're good
awesome.
they're good with their hands.
We ate our Wheaties.
We did.
Voltron can conquer anything, as I've been told.
Can Voltron do the Ray Toros parts in the My Chem set?
Absolutely. He's like 5 lions. Voltron can do anything. Absolutely.
Duh.
I know his fingers seem a little stubby.
Wow, he just uses what they always say, some type
He's
of
a drum.
Can Voltron snap?
I don't know. His hands are kind of like this. I don't even really know how he holds the sword. He's
One thing he can't do.
There's a lot of things Voltron can't do. You know, can't go to the bar.
Can't please a woman.
Maybe. He's got to wait for that like 6th Voltron member, which is
Right.
You know,
there's a secret Voltron member that forms something else for the ladies, but no one knows. That's a Voltron After Dark. But anyway, guys, you are official like a referee with a whistle. You get the DENmate stamp. That means you're affiliated. It means we're going to be promoting your music, promoting your tours. You're in the family. We do that absolutely free of charge because we love seeing great artists like yourself succeed, and that's what we do here in the Den. But before we let you go, please let all of the friends of the Den know where they can find you, your social media, website, and any shout outs that you want to give. The floor is
Marina's address
Yes,
is.
Marina's address.
No.
show up.
Just show up.
Just show up. It's an open invite. Now, we are Crashing Atlas. If you want to check us out, crashingatlas.com is the best way to find all of our links, all of our tour dates, all of our merch, everything. If you want to find us online, it's at Crashing Atlas, like pretty much every
We've
single
got
thing.
Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Discord.
All
Come
the
talk
shit.
to us. We're on all
We
the
do have
platforms.
Discord, yeah. We have all the things. If you ever want to hit us up, like DM us, we will answer, I promise you. And we're super grateful to anybody who checks us out. So, and also grateful to you for having us on your show
Thank you
tonight.
so much.
It was really fun.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for showing. You guys have been great. I love the energy. I love the music. I wish you nothing but great success. Hopefully, I'll be out there at the show to get that water. We're making arrangements.
Thank you. Owe him a water.
Water and vodka.
Yes, I'll start with the water, but absolutely, we'll be there. Guys, thank you so much for joining us in the Den. Please check out the music. Go to their website. Go to their Instagram. Send them a DM. Tell them how much you love the music. And if you see them on this show, you know what we ask. Put those red circles to represent Marz that you saw. Just spam their page. Like, hey, we saw you on down in the Den. Send that red circle letting them know that you appreciate what they do. So, guys, thank you so much. I love fellow artists, especially from the DMV. I'm a Virginia Beach boy, so I appreciate that. I appreciate you guys coming on. And guys, anytime you want to come on and promote something, the door is always open here on the Den.
You rock.
Thank you so
You
much.
rock.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Absolutely. So, guys, thank you for tuning in to another fantastic episode as we end every episode the same way. Peace, love, unity, and respect. Deuces.
Thank you.
Later.
This is Sophia V, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down in the Den.
So like, comment, subscribe. The show's starting right now. Let's go. Like, comment, subscribe. The show's starting right now.